Hey, and welcome to the 12 Days of Adam Sandler, where I'm going to be watching a different Adam Sandler movie every day for the next 12 days. And today we're going to be looking at 50 First Dates, which is one of three, I think, Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore romantic comedies. I did a double feature and watched Uncut Gems, and then I watched 50 First Dates, so I kind of went from Sandler's best to his medium worst here. In this one, Sandler plays Henry, a promiscuous sea life vet. The movie opens with a collage of several women talking about their experiences with Sandler's character and going down the list of various humorous reasons that Sandler didn't give them his number. From there, Sandler goes to a cafe where he sees Drew Barrymore's character, Lucy, playing with her waffles, so he approaches her. And they hit it off and agree to meet the next morning and have breakfast again. But then the big plot twist of the movie is revealed that the next time they meet, Drew Barrymore doesn't recognize Adam Sandler and has a public freak out when he approaches her. Then the restaurant owners inform Henry, Adam Sandler, that Drew Barrymore has a condition that every time she goes to sleep, her memory gets wiped back to the day that she had a car accident. We meet a lot of cartoonishly exaggerated characters, such as Lucy's "You better stay away from my daughter" father and her steroid-abusing brother. But it's these exaggerated characters, I feel, that date this movie quite a bit. Looking at Henry's best Hawaii native friend, that's really Rob Schneider spray painted, to Adam Sandler's androgynous coworker. That the whole gag is that they're androgynous. So I don't mean to comedically gatekeep or anything, but I have to acknowledge my disappointment with Happy Madison and, to an extent, Adam Sandler too, I guess. In that, if you have to tackle race and gender in a comedic way, I feel like there needs to be a thought-provoking and well-studied point behind it, rather than ridiculing or demeaning the group that you're commenting on. Meaning, I don't think the point of Rob Schneider's character was to make a comment on the very long history of racial stereotypes throughout history in movies, especially comedies. I more think it was made to mock Native Hawaiians. So we talked about the comedy, but what about the romance? Well, I'll get to it here in a second. Hold your horses. Rotten Tomatoes Critics Summary made a really interesting point about how the gross-out humor kind of minimizes the acting skills shared between Adam and Drew, which I pretty much agree with. The idea of this movie is fun, and the parts where Sandler has to get creative with how he gets to Lucy every day are genuinely wholesome moments. Lucy never gets her memory back, and in the end, the writers have to work around that to do a happily ever after ending. Though I think it's pretty far-fetched that they live on this boat and they have children and they're happy, because earlier in the script they acknowledge that it probably wouldn't be the best thing for Lucy to have children given her condition, because she's going to wake up every morning and not remember being pregnant. But alas, Adam Sandler has to
Sorry.
So yeah, final thoughts. The concept of this movie is interesting, and the movie had the potential to be a really decent romantic comedy. But the way it is now really gives it a made-for-TV kind of feel. The humor, it's lowbrow. With the exception of a few funny bits like the Snoop Dogg quitting weed news headline and this hilarious picture of Drew Barrymore in the hospital. The romance, it was all right, I guess. This isn't the case of Click, where despite its many flaws, is still a good movie. I feel the flaws of this movie really overshadow the movie watching experience for me.